What's up, guys? It's Migs with Market Open. I'm going to go ahead and do the Market Open recap. Now, the first trade I took this morning, we were gapping up on the SPY. Actually, first of all, we were gapping up on the SPY, so we had a gap to close on the downside. So I was kind of expecting the whole sideways chop and then just kind of drop. Now, the first trade I took while we were still going sideways was on SEDG. It was gapping up this morning, I believe, on earnings. And this is perfect opening range breakout, but it did not work out, unfortunately. It did have trouble here in this area around the 40, it's like 44.50 and then the 45. It just kind of kept chopping back and forth. So my initial entry was here over the highs on 44.30 with a stop here at 43. Since it was so perfect, I actually ended up going double the amount of shares, so I was risking about $200. So 75 shares and 75 shares, it's about $1.50-ish or so, $1.25. So then I took 150 shares long right at 44.30. It broke right here. It went up. I was all the way up to 45.45. I was almost close to my 1-to-1. And then I noticed that the market actually started tanking. So I believe right here in this area, 10.05. Yeah, so if you see, one thing that I do like to say that I learned from my mentor is he says that when it rains, everybody gets wet. Meaning that if the market starts tanking, that means most likely the stock that you're in is most likely going to start tanking as well. Because remember, S&P 500, top 500 stocks, they're all kind of intertwined together. So if the market starts tanking, most likely the stock you're in is going to start tanking as well. So right here in the SPY, I noticed this big red candle. As soon as that happened, this took me all the way down to VWAP. So I was down, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks or whatever, no big deal, because remember my stop was down here at 43. Now, I noticed that we were actually not pulling back. So as soon as we were not pulling back up above VWAP and the 9, I had to start lightening up my load. Meaning I had to start taking shares off because I think the market was choosing a direction and we were going to start heading to the downside. So I knew that, and the next candle I believe I got out, let's see here, 20, nope, I got out here. So I got out here right at 44.35, and instead of taking, although it wouldn't have hit my loss, you just don't know how far the market's going to tank. It actually ended up closing up the gap, which I expected. But it actually might end up heading higher, but I'm going to be completely done for the day. Just didn't have... I'm okay with the way that I traded this morning. I kept my losses relatively small. But I'm not going to mess with this. I don't know what the market is doing. It's now red for the day, so me going long and the market being red just doesn't really quite add up. So I'm going to stay out of it. So I was able to get enough out of SEDG to pay for my commissions. So that was my first trade. Then my second trade was on AMAG. Now that trade, this was actually a gap up, and it was gapping up right into the 200-day moving average. Now if I pull up the daily on this, you'll notice that, here, let me change this. You'll notice that the 200-day moving average, this is 6 month. Yeah, so you'll notice that the 200-day moving average is right here. So I figured that it would hit the 200-day moving average and it would sell off. Fortunately, I was wrong on that. Let's see here. So this is actually my biggest loss for the day. I lost $125. So sold off, came back up, pulled back up right to the 200, and then if you notice these two candles right here, it just right there, it had problems up here, meaning that there's a lot of sellers up there. So I saw it as this. My entry was 1630, so it came right to 1630 and I shorted 500 shares. My stop was actually only 20 cents away right at VWAP, and I got kicked out very next candle. So that was very short. I got in at 951. I got kicked out at 952. So I lost $125 on that. as you can see, I don't really regret it because it actually ended up climbing all the way up to 18, and it's still climbing. So I would have lost a lot of money if I didn't get out. Now, next trade was on Boeing. Boeing is been doing pretty well because of the recent tax cuts. Now, this is a pattern that I take all the time. It is right here, this bull flag right here. So I saw it right here. During this time, the market was actually still going sideways, so I figured, okay, if Boeing's going up, the market's starting to head up. So I think we were right, hold on a second, let me change this time view, there we go. So we were right around here at 955. So yeah, so 955. So we were around here. We were kind of dangling around highs. So I was like, okay, well, if we're gonna decide to head higher, Boeing's gonna go higher with it. And so I took it over 353 here. Took it over 353. Got filled at 353.13. My stop was gonna be here at 252.41. And very next candle, big red candle. So like I said earlier, if it rains, everybody gets wet. Boeing is one of those big blue chip stocks that follows the market very closely. So if you see that you're long on something like Microsoft, GE, Apple, Boeing, something like that, and you notice that the market just tanks out of nowhere, you might want to start lining up the load, or either that or just getting out of the position completely. So now, after that, I saw that we were near lows. Very next candle, we actually passed lows, so I knew I needed to get out. This next candle, I was like, okay, I'm not going to let it hit all the way to the bottom. I'll try to let it bounce here for a second. I was going to try and get out with a $50 loss, but since the spread on it is so large, I got filled on the way down. But as you can see, the very next candle actually would have kicked me out regardless. Although it's kind of still bouncing on the 9. Look at this. Look at this massive candle. When the market decides to sell off, Boeing's going to go along with it. So I got out with a $60 loss. Relatively small. It could have been a lot worse. Could have lost over $100 on that. But I got out during the right time as fast as I could when the SPY was actually tanking, so it was the right decision. Now the next trade, so that was, let's see, SEDG, AMG, Boeing. Okay, and then the trade that saved the day for me. Now that I knew that the market had picked a direction, I knew that it was going to start heading down. I was going to close the gap for yesterday. So this is actually something I've been doing a lot lately. When I know that the market has picked a direction, I will long VXX. So right here on VXX, I decided to go long right at 41.48. So now I can tell you exactly when I got filled. I believe it was right in here. Seems kind of choppy. Here we go. Okay, so after the market I knew had picked a direction because it broke down under the lows, it pulled back to VWAP. When it pulled to VWAP, I decided to long, like right around here, I believe. Somewhere around here. This candle. So right at 10.25 it should have been. Oh, this candle actually. So right. Somewhere around here. Yep, right here. Right at 10.25. So it went up, 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 which is down, down, down on the SPY. As soon as it pulled up, I got in at 10.23, which was in this candle. I got filled right at 41.48, and my stop was going to be down here above or below VWAP. So my stop was essentially 30 cents away or so. Now, I longed 500 shares. I expected the market to keep going down, and if it climbed above VWAP, then obviously I was wrong. I was willing to take the loss. But now, get this. So my target was 30 cents away, but my stop was 30 cents away, but my target was actually the close of the gap. So I was quite far away. So I was willing to risk $130. So I was $150. So I was risking $150, and I ended up coming out with $500, or right under $500. So essentially, the market did go down, and it actually ended up filling the gap. And as soon as it filled the gap and it gave me the opportunity to get out, I got out because I was up almost 4.5 times my risk. So I didn't want to be greedy. and end up losing some of the money. I mean, the market might keep selling off. I'm not really quite sure. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. So I was being up 5 times your risk. You might as well just start taking some of your profits. I sold 400, and as I started seeing the market start coming back and bouncing, I took the rest off. Just if it was going to keep tanking, I was going to leave it on and then just take the rest out. But it didn't really quite continue. So it came down here. I got out, and then I just took my profits, and I was done for the day. Ended up being $306 up on the day, met my daily goal, so I'm happy with that, and I can move on with the rest of my day. All right, guys, that'll do it for the market open recap. If you guys do have any questions, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. Also, if you guys are watching this video, please leave a comment and leave a thumbs up. This video is not getting as much engagement as it should be because people are only leaving questions. So if you guys are watching this video, please do me a favor and just write in anything. I don't care what it is, what your favorite ticker is, if you like to go short, if you like to go long. What would be really helpful is what country you're watching this from, or either what state. So I would love to know where you guys are watching this video from. Also, like I always say, if you guys have not joined our Facebook group, make sure to do that. The link is down in the description, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.